Hi everyone, I'm Wynn and today I'm going to talk to you about poetry. I promise it's not as scary as it sounds. Oftentimes when we think about poetry, we start to think about like Shakespeare, who used to write an entire play in rhyming verse. And that's really impressive and that's great, but that's not all that poetry is. Poetry can be anything that you want it to be. It can be long, it can be short, it can rhyme, it can not rhyme. It can be heartfelt and deeply emotional and personal, or it can just be really short and funny and silly. And that's okay because that's what you want to write. And the important thing about poetry is just, it is a way of expressing yourself to the rest of the world. Okay? And so I thought it might be fun for us to do a few activities. We'll go through them together. First activity that I thought we could do is called a blackout poem. This is where you can troll the secondhand stores or mum's old bookshelf and find an old book that nobody wants and nobody needs anymore. And you don't actually have to damage the book itself. You can take photocopies, but you can also just open up the book. You could tear out a page, or you could do it in the book. And we keep the words that we want for our poem, and everything else we black out. Okay? Let's give it a try. So here is my poem on the life on the Nile. The Nile, sustaining existence, supporting civilization, rigorously shaped its shoreland. The rhythm effectively flooding the waters, rise, grow. The flood is joy, identical to ancient Egypt. It evokes the past, brings life, the creator of all good. So the next activity is what we like to call paint chip poetry. This is when, say, if mum or dad has repainted the house lately, you always end up with these lovely colour cards. Otherwise you can go to the hardware store and grab a selection of your own, or you can even go online and print up some that people have already made for you. If you actually look at them really carefully, the colours all have their own names, and sometimes the names are really, really beautiful. Oh, well, berry smoothie, loganberry, tea rose, tsunami, emerald wave. Oh, this is a good card. Then let's do an activity with this card. The paint chip poetry technique that you can use is when you grab the colour charts, you use the individual colours to inspire your own poem. You start off at the top and you work your way down. What does this colour inspire to you? Write a line about this colour and then move your way down, and it will be amazing how the difference from top to bottom and how it will change throughout the poem. And then you can add two together. Basically what I'm saying is grab some paint cards and there is a lot of inspiration and a lot you can do with these. So I have selected the aqua palette and I'm going to use the names of the paints to create my own found poem. Cool zephyr and the palm breeze create sea bubbles in the Japanese alpine retreat. Ice drops, aquaman, aquatic teal, hydro spas, mineral deposits, create beach glass, jade crystals, the colour of a peacock feather. And that is my found poem from my colour chart. And the best part about it is it can be completely different. Every single person who looks at this can come up with their own poem. So go to the hardware store, grab some paint chips and give it a go.